I got 66 pounds of working Apple tech for $135. And that's total, by the way, counting tax, counting shipping, $135 for 2 working iMacs, 2 working MacBooks, and a ton of other stuff besides. Enough with that. Let's back up a little bit because this is the beginning of the video and we still have to open the box. So much bubble wrap. MacBook. It says MacBook. 2 MacBooks and 2 iMacs in here. Oops, it bumped the camera. All right, let's just get all this stuff out of the box. Just too big. It's pretty well packed in here. Okay, another box. So many boxes in the box. Oh, a padded envelope full of stuff, and down there's another iMac. How to go about getting this out? Oh, this one is what was so heavy. This iMac is most of the weight of the box. What the heck? And that's everything in the box. Try to get a perspective of how big this box is. I could sleep in this, and if you guys don't support on Patreon, maybe this will be my house one day. I feel like we should get into these smaller packages first. What's this one? It looks like an iMac power cable, and this is a drive. Oh, this is an El Capitan boot list, interestingly. And then there are 3 of these priority mail boxes. Let's see what's in here. Oh, yes, 15-inch MacBook as promised. The seller did say he wiped all of the drives and put a fresh install of the OS on there because he had personal data on these. Oh, the battery light's flashing, but it's pretty much dead. Oh, it has this crack thing. That's kind of annoying. Okay, what's this one? Oh, that's like shoved in there. All right. Open it up. Oh, a keyboard. This is blue. This must be one of those iMac G3 keyboards. Oh, yeah. Look at that, guys. See that? That's a power button. There's a power button on this keyboard physically. That's not all. More stuff and more stuff. All right, bags. Let's get into the bags. I see what's in here. Do you guys know what this is? Apple iSight camera. See that firewire right there? And the seller did say this was his camera, and he actually drilled a hole in it to mount it somewhere. So there's a hole right in the middle of that Apple logo. It has that Power Mac G5 aesthetic. Mac Pro, Power Mac G5, that's what this thing is. You'll always see in my videos. A cheese grater camera, Apple Pro mouse, and then speaking of mice, this. It's called the Mighty Mouse. It's got a little pointer ball there. Oh, and this here. It's a Firewire drive enclosure. Oh, wow, that just pops off. You can see the drive in there. The next bag. The bag. Okay, this is for a MacBook charger. That's a Firewire cable. No Apple logos. Oh, wow, this is a huge MacBook charger. This must be a lot of watts. 85 watt. Another Firewire cable. Another MacBook charger, so there's 2 of those. Another cable for the MacBook charger. And this one is just a power cord right there. Okay, we're getting quite the pile here. Another box, guys. We're getting down to it. We're getting down. All right. Open that up there. This is going to be a mess to clean up, I can already tell you. Lots of piles of boxes and packing. Ooh, the other MacBook Pro. Oh, it's missing some of its screws. Oh, it's got slight damage there. And then there was another keyboard. This one is nice, good, and yellow. And that is like a fine cheddar cheese. The iMacs. Blocking my entire face. He did a good job unpacking this. It just slides right up. Nice and heavy on that. Now let's unpack the other one. Just like that. By the way, this one does have some damage on the screen, but apart from that, it's a working computer. 2012 iMac this one is. The newest of the lot. Grab some of this bubble wrap material here, set it face down. This one does have Thunderbolt 2.0, USB, and SD card, headphone jack. This iMac does not have a disk drive, by the way. The other one does. Okay, let's test these computers. Can I get away with this sort of view when testing these Macs? All right, let's grab a mouse. Let's grab a keyboard. And then the power cord. Ever so slightly cursed, this is. Press the power button. I'll get its cord off of here. Come on. Boot chime. Apple logo on the iMac. I don't know. Has anyone ever tested an iMac like this? What even is this setup here? Doing some fine level gaming on this. Setting up your Mac. 8 gigs of RAM. Just like the new MacBooks. Total number of cores. 4. Minus this giant crack, it's a perfectly good computer. Okay, guys, this computer, it's a lot heavier. Press that power button. Something going on. Apple logo. Why is it so dim? All right, this one's also on the setup screen. Brightness. Is that really all the way up? It's a lot dimmer than the other one. This one has a 2.4 gigahertz Intel Core 2 Duo, much older CPU, because this is a much older computer. 4 gigs of RAM DDR2. It's set up and it works. Let's shut it down and move on to the MacBooks. All right, MacBook 1 of 2. I do notice these things are not cosmetically perfect, of course. Got some damage on all the sides, but as long as they turn on, and just, oh, guys, see how that's supposed to be a straight line and how that just is not a straight line? As long as it works, right? Press the power button. I hear it's disk drive. Something sounds weird. You hear that? It's probably because the computer is bent. All right, the screen seems to have a darker spot in the middle. Let's set this thing up. Oh, the trackpad doesn't click very well. And this thing's making such sounds as to make me afraid. Oh, the camera works. That's neat. Not a very great picture, but the quality isn't that bad. 2.33 gigahertz Intel Core 2 Duo, 2 gigs of RAM. The question is, after being plugged in for only a little bit, will it die immediately? And yes. Now for the other, I think, identical Mac. You know, I think these computers look pretty good. See this? The bezels aren't even that big. And you know what it doesn't have? It doesn't have a notch. That was a nice and quick boot chime. The screen is on. That's just because it's on low brightness, not because it's faulty. I guess the computer's so dirty that the words MacBook Pro are like reverse etched. Oh yes, a funny picture. All right, it's loaded into the OS. All 4 computers are set up and working. This one's also a Core 2 Duo, 2 gigs of RAM, also with a 120 gig hard drive. The screen honestly isn't that bad. For some reason, the keyboard backlight isn't working on either of them. I don't know why. This computer has a FireWire port. Look how it matches the aesthetic. Plug it in. Plug that camera in as well. Oh, it's opening up iChat. That's what that's called. It's called iChat. Let's open up Photo Booth and see how this camera looks. Hey, hi guys. It's your boy. Welcome back to another Let's Play video. So there's all the computers tested. Yes, they do work. Obviously, you saw me power them on, and frankly, I didn't even need to test them to know they all worked because the seller, he has videos on the listing of the computers booting up. So very thorough, and that was partly why I actually reached out to him about this listing. One of the reasons I got it for so cheap was because I actually reached out saying, hey, what's the price you could come down to? Can we work something out? And we did work something out to where I basically got this for the price of shipping because he just wanted to get rid of them, and all I did was just pay for his junk to be sent to me. But hey, it's a write-off. No, but seriously, I had a good time with this video. Speaking of things, this cheese keyboard, it has a couple rows not working, meaning somebody probably spilled something on this keyboard, so maybe this keyboard can be fixed. But about things that can be fixed, probably, are the iMacs, which both have something wrong with them. One is more obvious than the other. The front glass on that one iMac cracked. Fairly simple fix. I think I can probably do that. But the other iMac that wasn't very bright, the dumb iMac, has what I think is a dying backlight, I think. Oh, and enjoy this brief burst of every picture I took for the thumbnail. And on the side of not fixable probably would be this MacBook charger. You may have already had a little glimpse of what is wrong with this MacBook charger. Oh, electric shock generator. Oh, and internet people, I have a question. What is this, and how did that happen? This computer is definitely the most fully functioning out of the lot. It's the MacBook Pro that isn't all bent. There may be videos about the MacBooks and the iMacs. I don't know when that will be, but I wouldn't have bought all these Macs just for this video. There are going to be other videos, so get subscribed for those. And speaking of videos, I post a new one every single Saturday, and when I do, I make a member video for my supporters, and this time, well, let's take a further look at the stuff. Maybe try to fix this keyboard, maybe try to clean this keyboard from the 1990s that has 30 years of filth on it. Well, not 30 years, but, you know, a long time. See you guys next week for another video.